Second half of this from Glasgow, the Commonwealth Super-Featherweight title on the line, mandatory defence. Less than 2 months after Ricky Burns won it against Osumanu Akaba. Another hard night's work against Yakubu Am. He's surely up, Burns, but he's not now in the control that he was. Is Amidu good enough to exploit anything now in these next 6 rounds? Just stalking, isn't he? Annoying.
Well, that's very frustrating when your opponent just keeps marching forward. You hit him with a good shot and it doesn't seem to have an effect. That starts to get you after a while.
A close defeat to Funeka on the record, and he floored his man in that fight as well. Amidu, a draw, the only other minor blemish against George Ashley, who we saw extend Kevin Mitchell. Trying to get that jab going, the long punches. Good defense there from Burns.
But it's important that Burns keeps the punches coming out. Looking to hold and looking a little bit tired. That's better, the right hand landing strongly.
Yeah, sweet shot there from Ricky Burns. But he still can't back Amidu up. That's got to be frustrating. Punches aren't having much of an effect. He just wildly and crudely tries to march his man down. Bit scrappier this one, this session. Yeah, shoving him now, trying to wrestle with him. Ian John Lewis tidying it up.
Well, he's very eager to get to Burns, Amidu. And he's making it very hard for Burns. Burns needs to have a little bit of room to get his punches off. Amidu not giving him that room.
Right to the body again from Amidu, coming on stronger in the last part of the round.
Come on, keep pumping.
I mean, how fighting fit are you when you've had a 12-rounder 7 weeks ago? Is it better to get back in quickly, or should he have taken more of a break? As he comes through here, Burns with a couple of punches, and then he goes. Here, John Lewis has stopped it. All of a sudden, Ricky Burns turns it right around. And he complains, Amidu. Can't Reeves as well, but Ricky Burns turns it on his head. 3 seconds remaining in the 7th round, and no one could have predicted that.
No, referee was in very quick, a bit too quick for me, but he did land with a couple of good punches. Burns, he staggered, looked to try and get his footing, Amidu, and then another attack, and the referee jumped in.
Just as we were thinking about the fitness of Burns, it was that one punch that made Ian John Lewis have a really close look, then the uppercut. Premature or right?
No, premature for me. Didn't really give him a chance. It was a very good right hand. He just punched down. You see the legs all over the place. He was very quick on the spot. And then there was just an uppercut, stumbled backwards. You know, it's a championship fight. I think they should have let it go a little bit longer.
Yeah, he certainly looked as though he could have carried on, Amidu. But Ricky Burns gets the stoppage win and a successful first defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes, 57 seconds of round 7, your referee, John Keane, has stopped the contest. He deemed that Yakubu Amidu was in no position to continue. The winner, and still the Commonwealth Super-Featherweight champion, from Coatbridge in Scotland, Ricky Burns.
Oh, well, I can't go over that, honestly. I was catching up clean punches in there. I knew it was going to harm him. First of all, I'd like a big thanks to my camp. for Billy John that does my conditioning training, I can see how that guy's knocked 16, he's 18 out, he can hit.
It was a pretty good start from you despite the cut. You seemed to be in control, but he was coming back at you, wasn't he, in those middle rounds?
He was coming back, but I was actually letting him come on a bit more than I should have. It was quite dirty with his head and things like that. He was leaning in with his head quite a lot. But at the end of the day, that's what you've got to deal with.
We're wondering about your stamina, your pace down the stretch. Didn't come to that. End of the 7th, one shot, turned it all around.
That's it, I've been feeling all right. You know, there's been a lot of doubt whether I can punch or not. And I've told people all along, once I find my bearings and things like that, once I get myself into a fight, I really can hit, and I've just proved that there.
Ricky, it's been a wonderful year for you, a real resurgence in your career. 2009, a possible world title shot, maybe the winner of Nicky Cook and Stephen Foster.
You know, I'm going to actually try and get down to the ringside of that. I would love a shot at either of them. I think it's going to be a good fight between the two of them, but the winner of that fight, I'm more than willing to take him on 100%.
Ricky Burns delighted, and rightly so after that, Jim.
Yeah, well, it was a tough defence. I mean, he's come back quickly after winning the title. You have to remember he spent a long time in the gymnasium preparing to win the title, and he's maybe out for a week or so, then straight back in again. But everything considered, it was a good performance against a real tough, scrappy, clumsy opponent who was difficult to look good against.
The referee and John Lewis stepped in quite quickly at the end of that fight. Was he too quick in your mind?
Well, I mean, it was badly hurt. You could see the way his legs had stiffened, but the fact that there's a Commonwealth title on the line and the fact that Amido seemed to be looking straight back at Burns again, maybe he should have been given a little bit longer to see if he could recover from it. But his legs certainly stiffened, and a referee's job is to step in before damage is done. But I would like it to have seen maybe just a little bit longer, a few seconds to make his mind up.
Ricky Burns putting a